The PuyoTrainer software application was written by myself. You can find its source code and the compiled Windows executable on my GitHub. I've posted a link in the description below. Also posted is my Twitter handle in case you'd like to reach out, and of course you can also find me on the English Puyo Puyo Discord channel. This video is broken into 3 sections. I will tell you what my motivation was for creating this tool. Then I will do a short demonstration of how this tool is used and what it can do for you. And finally, I'll outline what my future aspirations are as related to this tool and the Puyo Puyo community at large. Puyo Puyo is a challenging but rewarding game. By deliberately practicing, you can realize tangible improvements in your gameplay, and that can be really exciting. But I've also found that practicing this game can at times be really frustrating. My usual method of practice is to simply play the game single player. When practicing, it's very easy to autopilot, where you aren't challenging yourself to learn any new techniques, and you may in fact be reinforcing bad ones. Or maybe you are pushing yourself to try a new technique, but you just aren't executing it quite right. The feedback loop of you did X, but you should have done Y isn't always obvious. Or what if you want to practice a specific advanced technique, such as fusing the first floor transition into the second floor transition? In order to practice a technique like that in the real game, you have to go through the trouble of building up into the second floor before you can even get to attempt the technique you're interested in practicing. And despite your best intentions, sometimes the colors come out all weird, and you just have to start over. I created this software tool in order to have a practice environment without those issues I just laid out. I think this tool can be put into great effect when combined with other practice environments, such as analyzing replays, your own or professionals, and also playing the real game, 2-player or single player. This software tool, PuyoTrainer, gives you the power to design your own gameplay. You can then train yourself on your own designs. Allow me to demonstrate. The application is structured so that you may define a module, and within that module, you may define a number of puzzles. A puzzle is defined by an initial board, followed by a sequence of moves. When you click Test Module, a random puzzle will be selected, its colors will be randomized, and you will be prompted for the solution that you have already pre-programmed in. Afterwards, your response is compared to the solution. It's a memory game. I've already defined a module with a few puzzles. The puzzles in this module are focused on building GTR tails. Let's do a few tests. First, I'll make some selections. I'll use the aqua skin. I'll test myself on no more than the final 3 moves for any given puzzle. And I'll do 2 tests in a row prior to receiving feedback on my responses. Let's click Test Module. Here's a test. I'll use the arrow keys to move and the letters X and Z to rotate. Once I'm done, I'll press spacebar to move on to the next page. Here's a second test. I'll put in my response. Spacebar. Now we're reviewing my response against the solution for the first test I took. My response is on the left. The solution is on the right. We can move forward. We can go backwards. I got this one right. When I'm done, I can press spacebar. And here's the review for the second test I took. I got this one wrong. Spacebar. And now we're back to getting new tests. Let's close the test window and look at how these puzzles were created. First, let's make a new module. Let's keep everything at the default setting, except for the move shape. Instead of 2x1, which is standard for Puyo 2, let's use 2x2 for fever. Okay, let's select the module we just made. Notice that we have no puzzles. Let's make one. Click New Puzzle. First, we need to define the initial board in the draw pile. Just click with the mouse. Left-click cycles amongst the different Puyo types. Right-click deletes the Puyo. When I'm ready, I click Start. Here I'll use the keyboard, as I did before, to input what I'm declaring the solution to be. Once I'm satisfied, I click Save. But what if I've forgotten what a puzzle looked like? I can select a puzzle and click Review. There's nothing stopping you from having multiple windows open. Maybe you'd like to have the puzzle you just made open while you're designing the next one. There's one more button that I have not discussed yet, Self-Compat. This is a bonus feature that I expect will only be useful if someone is designing a module full of puzzles which all start with the exact same board and go through different draw pile sequences. This button checks for any two puzzles in the same module that look the same but give different solutions. It can take a long time to compute. This software tool is not delivered with any pre-built puzzle modules outside of the small demonstration I've done in this video. The work of defining puzzles and constructing modules for training is work to go. I'm really hoping that there will be members in the Puyo Puyo community who will take an interest in working collaboratively to build this idea into a valuable resource for both new and old players alike. When I think back to when I was a new player, I would have really appreciated having this software tool combined with a set of puzzle modules created by the Puyo community. Puzzle modules focused on things like building sandwich or building a stairs transition, or more advanced puzzles such as multiple stacking above first floor GTR. So I encourage you to try it out. If you have any issues, comments, or suggestions, let me know. And if you're feeling creative and want to collaborate, please reach out. Thanks.